We are back. Make It Make Sense podcast. Back in the house. Couple guests tonight. And we're going to have a funny episode because these maniacs came up with some wild questions. And we're happy to be back. Happy to see you guys. Thanks for tuning in. And let's have a good time tonight. With that being said, we're going to go around the table and introduce everybody with your name, age, what you do for a living, and whoa. That's an odd comment.
That's a spam.
Spammer.
Nice. Any hoodle. Name, age, what you do for a living, current dating status, and your favorite Ninja Turtle. And we'll start with you.
My name is Jessica. I am 32 years old. I'll be 33 soon. And I am a stay-at-home mompreneur. And I don't have a favorite Ninja Turtle.
What? Pick one.
The small one. Who's the runt of like the litter? Is that Michelangelo?
Sure.
I don't know. Oh, look, Donatello. That one.
The purple one?
Yeah, he's like the nerd, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I like him. Thanks, Katie.
Hi, Katie.
We love
Hi,
you.
Katie.
Wish you were here.
Nice. Why didn't she come? You didn't even invite her, did you?
That's what he said. No, you said that you were inviting people. I don't know.
Hey,
Fucking fly. Go ahead, Matt.
Mr. Miyagi. My name is Matthew. I'm a FedEx driver. I am currently in a relationship, and favorite's Donatello. Easy.
Yeah? Interesting.
Easy.
How old are you, sir?
I'm 31 years old.
My name is Sharisa. I'm 31. I am single. I'm a corporate receptionist, and I like Michelangelo because he likes to eat food. So.
Put some respect on my name. You understand me? When y'all say my name, put some respect on it.
All right.
What about you? Did you already say it?
No, I didn't say it. Hold on, I gotta change the camera view. Me, let's just put it right on me. Boom. I am Troy. I am 36. Damn, you guys make me feel old as fuck.
Because you are.
Fucking youngsters, fucking 90s kids over here. I'm 36. I'm a barber, and with Miss Thing over there. And my favorite Ninja Turtle is Raphael, hands down. Easy. Red's my favorite color. He was a loner like me, always getting into shit by himself. He was the dopest Ninja Turtle there. And he's the biggest one. Know what I mean?
Oh my God.
So, that's that. All right, let's get this shit started. Do you want to start with the deep stuff or the fun stuff? We'll start with some deep stuff first, and then we'll get to laughing. How do you know when you're emotionally checked out of a relationship? Go.
If I call you out your name.
God damn.
Damn. That's really bad.
That's a sign it's over for me.
Emotional damage.
If I wasn't, I would be if someone called me out my name, for
Right?
sure.
I've never
Are you done?
gotten to the point of ever like saying anything rude to my partner until like I'm already like I can't wait for you to be out of my life, and that's when it like slips out, and I'm like,
Do you have a couple examples of like what?
Yeah, what
would
do you say? Bitch ass nigga?
oh no,
Yeah, that's number one.
That's pretty wild.
Oh, hoe ass dude.
no,
Fucking
it's,
sissy.
like it's if I'm like
That's why you like boys.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
if we're like in like a mid conversation and even like the beginning of a cuss word comes out, that's when I'm like, the respect's gone. I can't do this anymore.
This one works.
Cuss word, that's light.
No.
Right?
I thought it was
I'm
gonna
like,
go straight
don't-
bitch ass
Bitch, pussy.
nigga.
Well, then, yeah, like, I mean, if we're, like, casually, like, haha, like, that's
Stupid.
fucking funny, like, I can, like, that's one thing, but if I'm talking at you and a cuss word comes in my mouth, I pride myself in not doing that to my partner. So that's when I'm like, oh, that's gone.
I like what
This is done.
Katie said. Women not wanting to be intimate with their partner, they are out of there.
Yeah.
Damn. What about you, Matt? Are you even ever emotionally checked out of a relationship?
Yeah, when you because I've been in a relationship for like 10 years, not my current relationship, but when I cheated and didn't feel bad, that's when I knew I was emotionally checked out.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
So you were just cheating and feeling bad the other times?
Nah, yeah, I was like on the ride home, I'd be like, damn, why'd I do that? I'll be sad about it, but when I was emotionally checked out, didn't give a fuck, or I didn't care about getting caught as much. Like I didn't do as much to cover it up. So
Not the
Living
fact that
loosey goosey, like, well, if it happens, it happens.
It's not the fact that he was cheating that gave him the indicator. It was like, I just don't care if I get caught anymore.
not in my 20s.
Right.
That's so sad.
If you figure it out, fuck it.
At least you're honest.
What about you?
When I don't care to like talk to them anymore is when I know, like, if I'm not asking you about your day, I'm not texting, calling, I don't even care if we're hanging out. I just kind of am like, oh, communication.
Sounds like you're checked out right
Shut
now.
the fuck up. Yeah, right.
He said, you didn't ask me how my day was today.
Right?
No, I'm literally, he's like gone for 2 hours. I'm like, how's your day going? Do you need me to bring you anything? I love you. How's work? Like, if I could be in his pocket, I would.
In his skin?
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I don't know if I've ever been emotionally checked out. Yeah, no, I have. I get really, 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 really cold. Very cold shoulder, very don't talk to me, very, this is what it is.
The it is what it is attitude.
Oh.
About important conversations. That's, I feel you, Bacon.
Yeah. Yeah, that would probably be for me is just being extremely cold and I don't care if I hurt your feelings at that point. Like if I don't care if I hurt your feelings, that means you fucked up. Because if I care about you, then your feelings matter to me. But if I'm through with you, then I don't give a fuck what I say, how you feel about it at all. I can be a dick. But don't piss me off and you'll be straight. You know what I mean?
Stay on your good side.
Yeah.
Got it.
Otherwise, it's like,
What more do you want from me?
Oh my god. I feel like you've only been mad at me like 3 times in this relationship. Where it's been like, and most of them involved alcohol. So without alcohol, you never get mad at me.
What?
all right, next deep one. What are
So she said.
what are me?
I love that. That one's so funny.
What are immediate red flags and why? Start with you. Tell them the red flags. What are the red flags? Spice this shit up. We got
know,
people
right? What are
watching
the
live,
red flags?
tuned in.
Fuck. What are the red flags? I don't know. For women, I would say like you need like wine and dine, and you need so many things to like upkeep your attention. And also like, you know, I was telling Troy the other day, I'm like, it must be shitty for like a woman to be so specific about like her sexual preferences, because she's had so many partners that she like knows like exactly what she does. And I mean, maybe she's had like a partner for a long time, so she knows the ins and outs, but you know, where it's like, yeah, like my type is this, or like even men like that too, where it's just like you have so much variety that then you kind of give it away to the person you're talking to, and it's like, oh fuck, you've been for the streets, like you've had every flavor, like why the fuck do you want me? Or you know, but for a woman, I just think like a red flag is also like when you're really selfish. Like you can't get out of your stuck like I work this time, I work out, and I hang out with my girls. And like, it's like, so when do you have time for people or make time for anything? And it's like, you're not willing to put any energy into going out of your way, but you want everyone to go out of your way for you. Like, it just is very like prissy and sassy, and I'm not about that shit. And yeah. And for men, a red flag would be, I'm like right on the spot. I'm like, damn, I haven't thought about this shit in a while. I feel like I haven't done a podcast episode in a hot minute.
You also haven't dated men in a minute like you.
Yeah,
For a while.
right. I'm like, what were red flags?
Miserable women are ugly as fuck.
I agree with that one.
Yeah, miserable women are ugly as fuck.
That's a lot
Men
of
who,
women.
honestly, a red flag is when a man can text you like all day long. Like, so you're a bum, you have nothing to do, like you have no one else to talk to, you have nothing else. Like, why? Even like a woman like that, like, hey, I don't have all the fucking time in the world for all this. So I don't know.
Sensational.
I would say the red flags for me would probably be social media presence. Like if you're way too into social media, it's a huge red flag. It's like fucking Planet of the Apes. It's like yo, it's really like it's all man for himself on social media. Like the DMs are always flooded. Even with average looking girls, the DMs are flooded. So if you are in tune way too much with your social media, that's a major red flag. If your phone is on silent mode or do not disturb all the fucking time when I'm around you,
That bothers me so much.
that is a red flag.
Ever heard your phone ring?
Yo, that is a
I just got way
serious.
too much notifications to have that shit on ever. Like,
That's
I
what
don't
they
have
all
Instagram
say.
notifications. I've never had that shit on.
I mean, like,
Nah,
like
it-
any notifications at all? Like,
Oh,
if
I mean, if I'm home, I can like they'll come through or whatever. But like if I'm just
Or if your phone is face down on the table,
face down, is definitely
yeah, you're probably
like-
talking to multiple dudes while
face
we're out
down.
dating.
DNZ.
Your friend group is a red flag too. Because if you hang out with some hoes, you know,
Birds of a feather flock together.
flying
True.
together. And it's not always the case, but I'll say like 82% of the time.
It's a good statistic.
Yeah. Just pulled that
Damn,
out
son, where'd you?
pulled
That
out
was a
there.
good one.
Red flag. If you're always, I don't know, smoking and drinking way too much, this could get a good kill over there.
There's two now. Son of a bitch.
Always smoking and drinking. Yeah, that's definitely like
Definitely a red flag. Always smoking and drinking.
Damn, you got a lot of red flags.
Nah, I do.
I know he's like I had
it's
this
out
shit
there.
in the memory bank.
I mean, I had my fair share of dating. Another red flag. And OnlyFans is a clear red flag.
Clear, very clear.
I've been there before. Hold on, let me think. You could go. I got a couple more red flags. It just gotta roll around.
You just blurt them out.
5 hours later. Oh yeah, another red flag. No, the way that you treat other people. That's a big one for me. If you treat people like rudely or you're above people, that bothers me a lot. I have to agree with the phone, and like for me, it's more so if you can't put your phone down. That's a red flag. If like I get business, but if you're just on your phone, like just because you can't help it, that's gonna bother me. That's all I can think about right now.
Why is that a red flag though? If they're
If
just
they're-
on their phone.
Because I mean, they constantly need stimulation, and they need attention like at all times. Which means when I'm busy, they're gonna be seeking it elsewhere. So
Oh, I just remembered one.
Go
She
for
just jogged my brain. If you don't have a good relationship with your mom as a woman or your dad, like
You have to
it's
go
a-
with both parents.
I think it's worse with a mom.
Like
be
if she doesn't
honest.
have a good relationship with her mom?
Yeah, because we from the '90s, '80s. Like we come from an era where like dads aren't really there so much. So like, boom, let's get out of the dad shit, right? If you are cursing out your mom,
Oh,
and
cursing
all
out,
that,
yeah.
That's different.
yeah, like if you're like, oh, this blah, 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 and you
You
like,
disrespect
yeah,
your parents.
Oh yeah, you're
Oh,
wild
yeah.
as shit. I can understand no dad, but being
Red
a bitch to your mom.
flag.
that's-
Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch.
and with moms,
they
if
have
you're a
TikTok
bad
brain.
mom,
That's what I'm saying. TikTok brain. It's so just unattractive.
Right? They just have like
bad moms
TikTok
are red
moves.
flags.
Bad moms, wow.
Bad moms or moms that pass off their child like
the
to get some
grandparents.
to get some dick. Kid you not.
yikes. Yikes.
That's another one. The guys who have kids but don't see them can't talk to me. It's not happening.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
What about you?
Job
Oh, you have
hoppers.
more? What?
Job hoppers. Like you can't keep a stable job.
How
That's a
you
good
do
one.
one thing is how you do everything.
Or
I mean, the
also-
job hopper one makes sense when dealing with a man. As a man, I don't really give a fuck if she can keep a job or not.
Well, yeah.
I forgot that I need to be close to this mic. I'm just so comfortable in this chair. Red flags. Well, shit, I don't even know because like I'm OnlyFans. Yes, I agree with the social media presence as well. A girl with an entirely too big of a following has way too much male attention, so she's always entertaining somebody else, waiting for you to fuck up. You know what I mean? The loyalty is rare for a woman whose life consists and revolves around social media. They can deny it all they want. They can talk about it for business or whatever, like whatever. And then what else? The phone thing I don't give too much shit about, like especially the do not disturb in particular, because if you're with me, I'd rather you be present than worrying about everybody who's hitting you up. And the face down thing also, for me, it's more of a focus thing. Like, I don't want to see it. My phone, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to see my phone because I'm here with you, you know? But I can see how that would be a red flag. The bigger red flags would be entitlement and delusional self-worth. Those two are the biggest red flags to me currently. Is like, Matt, I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but like, has a woman that you aren't interested in, but you'd fuck, made you work too hard?
Yeah, I've been there.
That's the most irritating shit in the world. Like, bitch,
It is.
I'm way out of your league, and you know that.
Yeah.
Like, you're not allowed to tell me no.
Oh my
You know
god.
what I mean? You can, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, of course you can tell me no, but don't expect me to take you on dates and all this other stuff. Like, oh, no, you got to take me. No, fuck you. Like, I don't want to be seen with you.
I've been there. I've been there a few times. I kid you not. Like the entitlement, like blah blah blah. It's the way you carry yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like if you carry yourself in a certain way, or if you look a certain way, like you're just average. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't.
But that's
really
the thing, the
doing shit.
delusional self-worth. They
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
they don't realize they're average because they're like you said earlier, the average ones DMs are flooded too. So that's a red flag for me. Is like a 4 thinking she's an 8. You know what I mean? Like you don't get 8 treatment. You don't get 8 experiences. You damn sure aren't getting them on the regular. So why in the fuck do you think you're gonna get it from me? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's gauge the reality here. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially again, just the delusional self-worth, because it's like 9 out of 10 women aren't gonna offer me anything that I can't do for myself, but I have the opportunity to change 9 out of 10 women's lives. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's a red flag for me. Like, don't think that you're up here when you're not. It's gotten to a point where I'm just not nice to women anymore. You know what I mean? Like, there's no point in being nice to them because they're delusional.
I mean, a lot of women are mean now too,
Yeah.
and they expect men to like be gentlemen while they're being like a fucking hood rat, like rude
big facts.
and
Yeah.
a bitch. And they're like, take me as I am, but you be a gentleman, and I can fucking say what I want, do what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, the not holding a conversation one is definitely
They
Yeah.
can't hold a conversation.
shit. That's not even getting out of. If a girl can't hold a conversation, bitch, you're like I act like I never even had a conversation with you. Swipe, delete.
I'm a 00 and I ain't no flag.
All right, you guys want to move on, or you got any more red flags to talk about? Okay.
I think the only thing I could add to that is like when it comes to men who try to buy me, like off the rip, like offering me money, like I'm a hooker.
I don't think that that's their intention. It's just that so a lot of men, unfortunately, have been led to believe that leading with your wallet is the path to go. You know what I mean? It's a step up amongst the other guys who aren't offering you shit. However, what they fail to realize is 9 out of 10 women get that from a lot of men, so it's not appealing. You know what I mean? Like, don't try and buy me because I'm not
for sale.
yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
It's so
And then on
contradicting,
top of
though.
that, when a man's leading with his wallet, there's some broke dude fucking her anyway. You know what I mean? So you're over here
Damn.
doing too
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
You're over here doing too much while somebody's fucking her for free. You know what I'm saying? So
I would hate to be that guy.
I mean, it happens. Like it's this whole dating game's a learning process. What I realized, and I brought it up at the barbershop the other day, was when back to those girls that you were kind of given a chance to.
Yeah.
Very little attention, no sweet talking, kind of an asshole because it's you don't care if you do or don't,
Oh yeah.
right?
Facts.
Always nail that bitch.
Yeah.
You always get it.
Yeah. That's a fact.
But when you're talking to that dime, for some reason, a lot of us, or at least we have at least at some point in talking to that really bad bitch, use the nice guy approach. And we're shut down and ghosted and ignored and all that other junk. But when you get the bad bitch and you do have sex and then your post-nut clarity kicks in and then you start treating her how you want to treat her, she's on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, where are you at? Where are you going? Who are you with? Can I hang out with you? You know, all that other stuff. So it's like, if you use the same approach for the girl that you don't want with the girls that you do want, 9 out of 10 times you're going to get what you do want. But I digress.
That works.
You probably
that
don't-
works both ways though. Like I've had a guy who's been on and trying to contact me since I was 19. I've ignored him consistently. To this day, he's like, "When I gotta take you out? When I gotta take you out?" And I'm just like, "I haven't responded to you in like 7 years."
Well, then you got something that he wants. I don't know. I mean, sometimes it's just more the conquer thing. I wouldn't read too much into that because we'll circle back. We'll leave you alone for a while and we'll circle back. We'll leave you alone for a while and we'll circle back.
Oh no,
Like,
we've already passed that boundary.
oh, okay.
Multiple
Well,
times.
then he likes. Well, why are you ignoring him?
Is he short?
No,
Ugly.
nope,
He doesn't take care of his kids.
no.
Then what's the fucking issue?
My age when I met him is a concern for me now that I'm a clear-headed adult.
You were 19.
So he's way older.
No, I mean like I haven't responded to him since I was 19. I was 17,
How old was he?
almost 30.
Oh, nasty.
Yeah, and
Nasty word.
that's kind of where I'm like,
Some of the first ladies were 17. I'm just playing.
I would say that's tricky though with the wallet thing because so many women are like, "Don't text me. What are you doing? Just pay a bill." You know, like, and so they're like, "Okay, well then
Right.
men
And then
don't
you
know
do it,
what
and they
to
still
do."
don't, and they don't give you what you want anyway. Women don't know what they want. You don't ask the fisher or the fish how to catch a fish. You ask the fisherman. You know what I'm saying? Women don't know what they want. Women want that shit that they say that they want from the guy who won't give it to them once they have that guy. Does that make sense? So I'm attracted to you because I can't have you. Once I have you, then I want flowers, roses, but not all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Women basically want thug Jesus, and you can't have that.
I saw
You know what
someone
I'm saying?
talking on their story today saying like because we can in this day and age customize everything for our experience. Like you can customize your Uber, like you can customize your Postmates, like you can customize all this shit.
They're
We think
customizing their
it's-
bodies.
Yeah, we think everything is like build a bitch or like build a man. And so it's like, hey, I need you to have like 1 through 25 checklist, and like if you're not that, then become it somehow. And then they are also becoming this checklist that they think a man wants or a woman wants. And I'm like, you're missing the mark here. Like you're becoming what the fuck you think, but not like, you know how there's like the love languages. It's like speak your partner's love language, but you're over here like I'm gonna become my own. Like what the fuck are you doing? Like they don't even know how to speak that language. Like they don't give a fuck about your body. They don't give a fuck about your huge corporate job that keeps you away for 60 hours a week. Like they don't give a fuck about the things that you give a fuck about. Like you're becoming the man that you want. So I don't know. I just think it's really confusing in this dating world. Like you don't know what the fuck you want. You don't want to give up your work hours. You don't want to give up your workout schedule. You don't want to give up your weekends with the girls and brunch and bottomless mimosas. You barely have enough time as it is. Your mental health is declining. You're on antidepressants, but you want a relationship. But what, do I need to come to work with you? Do I need to come to your workouts? Like I have to revolve my life around you in order to date you. That's not going to fucking happen. So people don't know what the fuck they want. They just want attention on their terms. They're like cats. I want attention from you when you're not giving it to me, but when you do, get the fuck away from me. So it's really hard to date women.
They also
That was a great analogy.
they also want like men to like be like rough and like hard, but not actually acknowledging that what comes with that life experience is emotions and like trauma, and like they're like, you can be rough, just don't express yourself to me. Or you can be hard, just not with me. It's like, well, you can't have both. If he's living a hard life, he's gonna have trauma he needs to get through.
You want him to act how you want when he wants it. A date he had, the girl came and basically was like, I want all this from you monetarily, and my brother was like, give me the check and split it. For real, like for fucking real. I'm glad that more men are like, bitch, you can't talk to me no certain way. Like, why is it that women can be so batshit crazy, but a man has to act right? Like, that doesn't, or even like a woman. Like, everybody else has to be,
as I am.
Everyone else has to be emotionally stable, but you?
Yeah,
That's not how life works. And it's like, oh, you're triggering me. Bitch, get your fucking triggers in order. It's not everybody else's responsibility to, like, not trigger you. Like, and you, like, bubble themselves around you. Like, this isn't Bubble Boy. Fucking figure it out. Do what the fuck you need to do.
Nailed it.
Barely have a relationship with yourself. How the fuck are you gonna have a relationship with someone else?
That's a good one too.
Go ahead.
And that shit, preach.
It's been years of like dating women or trying to, and like women just have these like huge ass egos, but they want all the men to kill their ego, and then like I'm the only one who can have an ego. I'm the only one who can keep the life that I still have. Like it's just selfish, and being like a selfless woman, like a woman, and like having kids and serving like a man, like being in servitude is so, I feel like it's sacred. It really is, like in a union. And when people don't have it in them to submit to anything, like, so you submit to the man who gives you 15 minutes of a work break, but you don't submit to your man, that's fucking crazy. Like, absolutely fucking crazy. I mean, I get it. There are men nowadays who like don't deserve that submission because they're not putting in the work that you want. But the man that you do want, if he is really good to you, like, but for you to just be a bitch, like, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
She's preaching.
I mean, submission in general, it's like you submit everywhere else in life, but not to the person you choose to be with. Like, you submit to your Uber driver. He has to get to your destination and you trust him. You know what I'm saying? You submit to the people cooking your food and you don't say anything about it. But and like you said, you submit to your job that you fucking hate. But you won't submit to the man that you want to live the rest of your life with. It's insane.
Yeah, I looked up submission, and it basically said like that you respect your man and that you let him lead, and that you don't embarrass him in public. Like you don't go against his word in front of his peers. And yeah, I mean, another red flag. If I can't take you places because you're gonna act wild, absolutely not.
Yeah, that's it.
Absolutely not. If you're gonna smear my name and make it like, oh, never
Because
want you to bring that person around.
You're
again.
a reflection of me. If I chose
Right.
to have you as my partner, I don't want you out here acting crazy and wild.
Right. Everybody going to therapy. I'm like, what are these therapy sessions? Y'all just talking shit with some girl? Like, what's happening here?
My therapist, no, I had to change my therapist because my therapist started to, like, she was so wrapped up. Like, she's still stuck on my relationship from, like, 4 years ago. Have you heard from him? And I'm like, why are we still talking? I'm over that. Like, why are you so into it? You want to gossip with me instead of actually help me process this? No.
Yeah. They're like, I get to just be fucked up, but everyone else has to be emotionally aware and available.
The craziest part
Ain't no
to me
fucking
about
way.
all of it is supply and demand. At the end of the day, what trips me out is like the internet likes to use the term high value man, right? But what everyone's failing to realize, like success, period, is rare. If only 15% or 18% of the country is making six figures or more, and currently $175,000 a year is what's middle class.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? That number is probably around 10% or less of Americans making that kind of money, right? So that's 90% of people who aren't exceptional. You know what I'm saying? Who aren't successful. So just supply and demand, there's not enough successful people to go around for you to have the kind of check boxes that you have, right? You can have those check boxes that you can want and manifest all of what you think you're going to have. But if you're not going to be what that person that you want needs, then what are you doing? Like you can't take that mindset anywhere else in life. You know what I'm saying? You can't take you can't tell the job what the job check boxes need to be. You know what I'm saying? In order for me to work here. Like, who the fuck are you?
Right? It's like,
See,
I'm
the
not
thing
going to
is-
work on myself at all.
See,
I'm
but
not
that's
gonna have
the
no
problem.
type
Like
of
I said, it's like
qualifications.
success is rare, and every woman in the dating pool today thinks she's fucking special. You're not special, especially for the man that you want. You're not special because what he's looking for from you is way less than you're looking for from that type of man. So you don't need to be special like him. You need to be special to him. And how do you do that? You need to put it this way. Like I said, success is rare. How do you become successful? By doing shit other people won't do, right? If you want abs, you have to work out harder than others won't, or than others will, right? You have to do things that others won't. Other people won't sacrifice their fast food. They won't sacrifice their pizza. They won't sacrifice their soda, their coffee, their whatever it is. And they won't work out every day and be disciplined enough to have that body that they're looking for, correct? That's why most people don't have abs, okay? Most people don't have money, right? Most people don't have the person they want. Now, if you want the person you want, guess what you're gonna have to do? Shit that other people won't do. So we get shit all the time because of how our relationship works, where we're trying to add women to this. We both are able to see other women outside of this on our own if that's what we choose to do. There's no other men involved. But at the end of the day, other women are always looking and saying, oh, it could never be me. Then it's never going to be you. You're never going to have that type of person you want, because the kind of man you're describing in your head is going to have you have to do shit other women won't do. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So if I'm going to work my ass off to be successful and be exceptional and be different from all the other men to where women want that type of guy, then guess what? I want something in return. I'm not going to just give it to a woman for no fucking reason. You need to be special to me. I'm exceptional amongst the crowd. How are you exceptional amongst the crowd? Because beauty is common. I can get pretty anywhere. But are you going to be a nice person? Are you going to not make big deals out of shit that don't matter? You know what I'm saying? It's just funny to me because it's like it's like that with everything. You can't even go in. You can't even be in your job and not do shit that your other coworkers won't do if you want to raise, if you want to move up in the company. You have to do things that others won't do. Right? So everybody can sit there and say all they want. Oh, it could never be me. My man ain't never going to sleep with nobody else. Blah, 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 blah. This isn't that. It's fine. Then you can't have the one you want.
Meanwhile, he is behind your back.
Right? He's doing it any fucking way.
And he's broke.
Yeah, people forget.
He's broke. Right?
I know that's the craziest thing is when a woman will leave a really successful man and then get cheated on by a bum, and I'm like, fuck, you could have just stayed with the one that you could have just figured it out.
Right? You could have been crying at home, but now you're crying at your desk.
If I had a very successful partner and I walked in and I'm cheating, I'm just gonna sit on the couch.
Right? Like those TikToks that are like, you need anything?
But that's
guys
an extreme. That's a billionaire. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that. Most people would accept that type of shit because, I mean, you
Well,
hear.
now I feel like women now want to go half to avoid that. They're like, you know what? I will go half just so that I get to have more say.
But for
like,
how long?
Yeah.
See,
No,
that's the
I
thing.
know, but they don't. Women don't typically think longevity and they don't think long term. They're like,
They're only
this is
thinking about
shiny thing
them.
syndrome right now.
They're only thinking about them.
That's the thing.
Women
That's-
don't think about what they
that's
can
why
give in a
it's-
relationship. It's
that's-
about what they can get out of a man.
And that's why it's hard. Even like me dating women is like, they're so me. And there is no like servitude. And I'm like, bro, even having a conversation with you, like everything is just wrapped up around you. Like, you don't ask about anybody else's day. You don't ask how you could take something off my plate, even if it's just like, hey, can I be a listening ear? Like, that's all men really want too. Sometimes it's just like, can you just fucking sit next to me? Like, can you just ask about my day and like rub my hair? And it's like, I don't know. It's just all about them. But
I mean-
also I haven't been in the dating field for men, so I have heard that men are a little sassy now, but maybe that's like Gen Z. I don't really know if it's
It
millennial
has
or
to be
Gen Z.
It's
But then again, it's men in the
Some of
culture.
it, some of it is the Gen Z, and it was because they were raised by women. The other half of it is men purposely giving women a taste of their own medicine.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, this is how y'all act. You know what I'm saying? So don't I don't want to date. Like, how goofy would a man sound? And they're doing it on purpose now. But how goofy would it sound if we're just like, I don't date short women, sweetie. I'm sorry. I don't date short or fat women. I damn sure ain't date no broke bitch if you can't take me on 2 or 3 dates a week.
Isn't that funny? Like,
Yeah, that sounds
women can
wild.
have
You know what I'm
such
saying?
wild,
Like-
women can have preferences and say them out loud.
Cheesecake
and be,
Factory, sweetie?
they can be
Do
like,
I look like a Cheesecake Factory nigga to you?
right, but they get like praised when it's like, yes, queen, don't settle, like get yourself like a successful, in shape, good dad, blah blah, like all this stuff. And then when a
He'd
man
be
is
lucky
like,
to have you, honey.
Yeah,
it's
but-
the echo chamber
but-
effect.
doesn't work on themselves at all, whether they're like out of shape, not doing shit else, but like them, like selfish. And then a man is like, these are my preferences. And they're like, oh my God, what a fucking pig. Like, men can't have preferences, but women get praised to have preferences.
No,
It's
you get
so
attacked
weird.
if you have preferences as a man,
Yeah,
for
you get
real.
attacked
It's like,
for
oh
real.
wow, he's such
It's
an
so
asshole,
weird.
and it's like, bro, I just don't like fat bitches. Damn,
I definitely
I
have
just want you to be in
preferences when it
shape.
comes
Right? You don't like short niggas. Why can't I like? Why can't I tell you I don't like big girls?
Like,
You're
if I-
body shaming. You're body shaming the short nigga. Like,
But
it's
the
like
thing
he
is,
chose. He
with-
didn't even choose to be short. You chose to be fat.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You have no choice but to be short.
Yeah, I mean,
Pussy's
even
put
with
on a
women, like
pedestal,
if I
man.
have, look, I
It's
have 4
everywhere.
kids and multiple businesses, and I still make time to like work out, learn, read, and you ain't doing shit like that for yourself, like.
I'm gonna do her one better. I don't go to the gym all the time, but I've had 3 kids, and I made sure I didn't get to the point to where I'm like obese. Like, I made sure that the moment I started to gain weight, I was like, all right, something's gotta change. Like, you're aware when you're gaining weight. You can
Yeah,
see the weight.
yeah.
You should never allow yourself to get to a point to where you're looking like, oh, I don't even recognize myself.
That must be
anymore.
tough because I gained like 10 pounds and I'm like, I'm tired. Like
I
my
chase
feet
kids.
hurt. Like, so to be more than that must fucking suck. Like,
Yeah. Oh,
knees
my
hurt.
heart can't take
tired.
the extra 10
Try being
pounds.
263. My
I was-
fucking feet hurt all the time.
I was 230 at one point.
Damn, for real?
Yeah.
Well, you're tall though. What are you like 5'9"?
I'm 5'10" and I'm 5'9" and a half. Yeah, but when I was 230, I still wasn't like a big person. I just had a bigger butt. I miss it.
Oh yeah, and then men also get criticized for liking big bitches too. You can't win.
Right? You like big girls?
My
Like-
brother, my
Can't
Women
like
are
big
just-
girls, can't like models, can't like women, can only like me, only have eyes for me. Your eyes don't work now that you've met me.
Right?
I've
Which is
been-
ridiculous because they want you to stop talking and courting other women when you get with them, yet they won't stop seeking attention online from other men. So you want me to stop selling myself, but you won't stop selling yourself. But anyway, let's move on because you guys are just hot. Let's get into some fun shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can a relationship last if sex is had on the first night? We'll go with you.
That's such a toss up. That's like an 82%. I'm just kidding.
It's a very specific number.
Since you got your degree, you know every fucking thing.
I don't know if it's we've talked about it on the podcast before, and if a woman puts out the first night, it is very rare that I ever want to see her again because like the first, I mean, I know that I'm rare, so maybe it was just us in the moment, but I'm also like, you do that a lot. So like this ain't your first rodeo. But also like then like the mystery and like the fun is all taken out of it of like working towards it. Like let's have another hangout session. I mean, the second time I could see it going places, but I would say like 9 times out of 10, if sex is had on the first meetup, it's just like a bust down or it's like, I don't want to see you again. So I don't think a relationship is coming from it personally. But I know it happens, but it's a rare occasion that I would be for it.
Well, I had a completely different experience. both of my serious relationships, it started out on sex on the first night. So, granted, one of them didn't work, but the one I'm in currently is currently working out pretty well. So I think it is possible. Man, I don't, as me, not speaking for all men, but speaking for myself, I don't really judge a girl that she puts out on the first night. She's fucking the first night. Cause that's what the fuck is on my brain for the first night. Honestly, I meet you, like, if the vibes is right and stuff like that and we have sex, it's cool. But I'm just very interested to hear y'all being women, y'all point of views on it. But from my point of view, not speaking for all men, it doesn't really bother me. And I don't judge women if they have sex on the first night.
And I'm definitely not
And I can
slut
see
shaming. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you are.
No,
came
I'm
from
not.
that.
I'm like, you need to be able to stimulate my mind. And if we just hit the first night, chances are, like, I don't really want to see you again
But
because it went straight there. Like, and I know that men's brains are different because then you
Yeah.
have post-nut clarity. The post-nut clarity is like, what if you fucking hate this bitch now? And you
But
just
no,
got your rocks
the
off.
stimulation could have came from like a fucking 5-hour like FaceTime call, like weeks leading up to it. You know what I'm saying? Like the texting
True.
back and forth and
I guess.
getting to know him. Like, but yeah, I guess.
I don't know. It's rare.
What you got to say?
So, for me, from my perspective, if I have sex on the first date, it creates doubt in my mind, which I think is what ruins the relationship. I think that because I'm going to be overthinking it just because I know myself, I think that would create doubt, which is why I prefer not to have sex with, but I have done it. And I've ruined the relationship because I'm always like, he thinks I'm a hoe. And like, that's kind of where my mindset goes. I can't think of like a time that I've ever like dated somebody long term that I gave it up on the first date. Now, granted, I usually go on a date after knowing somebody for a while, so it's a little mixed, but personally, I sabotage myself.
See, maybe it's a me thing then. Maybe I have post-nut clarity and I'm like, get the fuck out. I'm like, so what are you about to do right now? Like that, what? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But I'm like, I get like, now all of the fun is sucked out of it and I don't have anything to guess about anymore. And if it was trash, like...
This is why we haven't found a girlfriend.
That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. But I like
looking for her light-skinned queen.
if it's hella like stimulating, like the conversation and like you're a dope person and like say we all hang out but like nothing happens, then I'm like, oh, for sure if it goes down on the next one, I'm like, this girl could be our wife. I want her to live here. Like I'll go straight there.
All with anybody yet?
There's been people who have like stayed here a while, or like, you know, we were interested in, but it hasn't aligned. Yeah, sometimes they're just too much, not enough. Or I don't know, maybe he always says like I'm picky.
You're definitely pickier than I am.
You know,
He's like, can she suck?
there's like 2 of them that I feel like I've been like, no, like 3 of them that I've been in love with. But the first one was just too young. And then
She wasn't too young. She just
had more life to experience.
Yeah, she
and
wasn't
she was-
interested in getting buckled down.
Right, because she was too young and she still had more life to experience before she was ready. And then the second one was like a certified weirdo and like loved it. Like I was like, I would marry you right now. Like never even did anything with her. But I was like, oh my God, like to this day, if she was like, hey, I'm ready, I'd be like, you can move in. And then, yeah, then another one is just, I don't know if it's just like wrong timing. Like I still talk to her, but she is just focused on herself. So there has been people.
Can't lie, that just caught me way off guard.
All right, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Get this shit off.
What was the question?
First date.
Oh yeah, no, I'm with Matt on this one, and I will speak for all men. I don't think we give a fuck if sex happens on the first night because, like you said, that was our goal from the beginning. Honestly, if women didn't have vaginas, we wouldn't talk to y'all. So, seriously, like, we don't have shit in common. We don't like any of the same things. We don't think the same way. We don't. I mean, it's just at all nothing. We don't have shit in common. Okay, you don't want to do any of the things that we really want to do. The only reason we hang out with each other is because you have vaginas. So if we do your goofy ass pumpkin patch, we're gonna get some pussy. If we
Do a face mask.
yeah, you know what I mean? We don't want to do any of that shit. And you don't want to go hoop, so cut it out. Like, and you don't want to sit on a Call of Duty with us all goddamn day. Like, you don't want to do any of the things that we want to do. You only wear jerseys and watch football because you want to spend time with your man and you actually like him. And that's only when you like your man. If you don't like your fucking man, or you had a good relationship with your dad and he watched sports and you're a weirdo sports girl. But outside of that, you're only doing it because you like that motherfucker. Now,
This nigga spitting. Go ahead.
when it comes to sleeping with a girl on the first night, that doesn't disqualify you because, and then in particular, our situation, the whole first night thing, 9 out of 10 times was because they wanted to have a threesome. It was a bucket list thing for them.
Yeah.
That's why. But their effort afterwards, is what could turn me off. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like
yeah.
if you just did it. and
Troy's
then-
an effort person.
and then you just ghosted. Yeah, because again, I understand. Like, women throw around know your worth. Well, bitch, I know my worth, and I can compare myself to a lot of fucking people, and they don't match up. So if you just play me to the side like there's a bunch of motherfucking me's running around, then no, I've got a problem with that. Show some fucking effort. You know what I mean? Like, because I showed a bunch of effort. That's how you got here in the first place.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, it doesn't disqualify you. So you stop overthinking that because it doesn't disqualify you at all because that's what he wanted, right? And if he is of some value himself, you're not the first woman that's done that with him, and he's not going to disqualify you for it because men who get women know they get women. So it's not an issue for you to give it up quickly. Matter of fact, it's less of a turn on for you to make us try harder when we know niggas less than us have gotten it for less.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? So by making the one you actually like, wait, that we don't like that at all. Because a part of the reason I could be over here is because I done heard about your ass. Or I've seen the niggas you talk to. You see what I'm saying? And if you ever seen The Wood? The movie The Wood? You let that nigga Terry bone.
Yeah.
I know I look better than that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how we're thinking about it for real. Like we've seen who you've been with. So don't make me wait. Why would you do that? Why would you make the one that you like wait?
Yeah.
But yeah, so you say you're not going to speak for all men. I definitely will speak for all men. We don't give a fuck. And if you do give a fuck, then you don't get bitches.
That's cool. I'll double down on
She
that.
said, my husband said it's definitely what happens after that first night.
Yeah, the effort. Thank
No,
you.
and I mean, I get it. I just am also like a woman only interested in that too. Like maybe it has just been like the fetishized, like they just wanted to get a threesome off and then like never talk to us again. But I can always feel that too because I'm like, okay, cool. Like all of the leading up to it, like whether there was like flirting or like getting to know, like that getting to know phase, it gets old.
Well, I would think that the easiest way for the woman to come in here is for you and her to feel comfortable with each other. Because I don't have shit to do
And
with
I get
that.
it, which is why the person that we were talking to just has life going on. But I would still be open to homegirl.
You have to text me what you're talking about because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
What?
Let's move on.
Yes, you do.
I really don't.
Cameron says her name all the time.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who the fuck you're talking about.
We haven't had anybody over here in a while. And I lose interest if they lose effort. So.
Yeah.
All right, since we're on sex, what is threesome etiquette? Are friends off limits? And who should find the girl? And we're going to start with you.
Can I think about this for a minute?
No.
Have you ever had a threesome?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're all
I've been
Not
the
experienced.
gang.
The wrong, but
I've been experimenting with like polyamory for a couple of years.
okay.
I've dated one couple, but I've like been interested in it for it's been in my mind for a while. But I think that the woman should find the person because men don't really know what their woman likes, and women know what their men likes, what their men like. And I think that friends are off limits because I don't want, if we're not going to be a couple, then I don't want this person to have that bond.
How close are the friend?
Honestly, any of my friends personally. For me, it's any of my friends, but especially not my best friend. That's a heck no for me. What was the other question?
What if you would date your best friend, though?
I wouldn't.
You and your best friend have chemistry, no?
We're like sisters.
Ew.
Yeah.
Put it like that.
Yeah,
Right?
Like,
Ew.
like my best friend and I look like twins. We're both tall women that have similar features. Like it's like dating myself, and I don't. That's
Right, you're like, that's not my type.
yeah. I mean,
I'm
like,
not my type.
Yeah.
Who would like me?
I'm not my own type.
I wouldn't have said that, but yeah, no. I like shorter women than me, personally. So. What was the other, there was 3 parts of that question.
Etiquette.
Yeah, you nailed 2 of them. Or what is the etiquette like?
The do's and don'ts.
Yeah, like what's okay and not okay during a threesome?
If you pay more, like equal attention to us is fine, but if you're paying more attention to her than me, that might trigger some insecurities.
Well,
for
I
the
will
person.
point out for men with the girlfriend, like he gets you all the time.
Well, no, like include me, like.
No,
like,
I get
if you're-
that, but
if you're
he-
like hitting her, like be like you pull me closer and like involve me, like put me on her face or something. Like
No,
you-
for
you know?
sure. But what I'm saying is that's new pussy. He may not get that
Oh,
ever again.
Enjoy it. Like, I'm not saying not to enjoy it, but don't be like it's all about her, and then I'm over here chopped liver, like just watching you.
Well,
Now,
what about
don't
her?
get me
What about
wrong.
her involving you?
Her that works too, but
Okay.
it has to be like it has to be an equal thing.
A
like
group effort.
now, if we decide that I'm gonna sit back and watch, that's one thing.
Oh, you're nasty.
I'm shutting that down.
No, I get the same way.
You're nasty too.
Turn into a cuck.
Sometimes it's like, you know what? I'm good. Like you kind of just check out like physically, and you're like, this is more stimulating mentally. So I'm gonna be over here, and then you kind of like run the show, like verbally.
Like
Like, I'm
telling
like,
them what
you
to
do
do?
this. What? Yeah.
Now
She's
swallow
done
it.
that a few times.
That's
She's
like
hit the
the-
girl with the.
Yeah.
But that's a good
Especially
girl.
when I'm tired. Yeah, I'm like in my dom. Like I'm like totally.
Yep.
Oh yeah!
All right. What about you, dog? What is your etiquette?
Speaking from a man's perspective, and I only been here twice, I think this is hilarious to hear. I can't wait to hear what y'all have to talk about.
These two, yeah.
And yo, that's gonna be hilarious. But nah, the etiquette as far as me, is you have to treat the other woman like she's just a toy or like a sex toy. You know what I'm saying? Let your you gotta because
Have you ever had a threesome?
huh?
Have
Me?
you had a threesome?
Like you
Yes,
want
yes.
your woman to treat the girl like a toy and not like a
No, us.
girlfriend? Oh,
No. Like, no, me and my girlfriend, they treat her like a toy. Like she's just a part
like a
of-
fun time?
Yeah, like she's just like
I'm like, define toy.
defining toy. Basically, like
Because I'm like, she's not a rag doll or like a piece of shit or something. Like,
alright.
don't catch feelings. She's only here for a good time, not a long time.
Nah, but
She's just sitting on the corner of the bed,
I
like,
know, she's like that dog on the end of
oh no, I'm talking about like a sex toy. Like you're here for
Like,
my
you know
girl,
why
and
you're here.
for me.
Sit down
You know
and
what I'm
shut
saying? Like, so do your thing. You here for us. Like it's not about her. Like you're here for us type shit. And I guess that worked when I did it the first time. Second time it was much of the same. So yeah, that would be the etiquette for me. Because you at the end of the day, she gotta go home. Okay?
Not for these two, she don't.
That's why he's like, there's a clear boundary.
Yeah, there's a boundary there because
I
then
have
it's gonna
Uber
be like, then it's gonna be
dialed
like,
already.
oh, why was you? And thank God I got cousins and uncles that I consulted before I had my first threesome because they basically told me to do this. Like, just treat her like she a toy. Blah, blah, blah. She's there for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Don't show her way too much attention. Don't be pounding out the new pussy. Enjoy the new pussy, but don't pound it out and wild out and make it seem like you're having too much fun.
Right.
It's gonna be a headache later when old girl leaves.
Right, then you bust quick and you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, I took one of them gas station pills. There was like,
Really,
what is
nigga?
wrong with this nigga? Yo, this nigga's not nothing. But nah, I fucking yeah.
Them gas station pills.
Yeah,
I ain't never done that. But luckily, I haven't busted fast during threesomes either.
yeah. It's you basically just gotta make sure your girl doesn't feel some type of way because women are emotional, and you have to fucking cater to their feelings.
Yeah.
Because I have to deal with this after the old girl leaves. Now, with the best friend thing, I don't know. That's more of a woman question. I can't really answer that because I don't mind fucking, fucking your best friend and shit like that. As long as she's not gonna be messy and all that. But that would be a woman question. And what was the third part about that?
Who should find the girl?
Oh, yeah, girls don't know what the fuck they doing.
So you found the girl before?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I did.
So you found like a slut?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't say she was a slut, but
She was fun.
yeah, she was fun.
Like she was
But-
just open-minded?
A good point that you made, like how your girl knows what you like, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, she should have found the girl. Now I think about it, 'cause she was eating pussy like she was a fucking great white shark, like mad rough. And my girl at the time was like one of those like sensitive, like you know what I'm saying, like.
Sensual girl?
Yeah, and I try to explain it to the girl.
You're like,
that
hey,
we
you
brought.
gotta calm down.
Yeah, like calm down.
She don't like that.
Yeah, and she's steady doing that blah, 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 like back and forth shit. So yeah, that was
She was on the vagina like this.
yeah. Straight,
Oh, shit.
carnivore type shit.
Man.
What about you? What's your etiquette?
This is what I've been waiting for.
I feel like in the beginning there were more emotions of like, who is he gonna finish with? And like, just like, are we gonna see her again? And things like that. And then, we got seasoned together. And there are like, it's great when she is bisexual already or like has been with other women. So like she knows what she's doing. But that's not always the case. Like sometimes it's like her first time, so maybe she's like more experienced with him. So as far as etiquette, I just feel like as long as everyone feels comfortable and because we are in a space where we've had a plethora of threesomes, I feel like it's more so making that person comfortable who's coming into it, because they don't know my body, they don't know his body. Maybe they've only been with men or a few women, and so to make them feel like it's an enjoyable experience now, I feel like is more of the etiquette than anything. And like we were talking about, like sometimes I do get in like my dom era where I'm like, nah, y'all look like you're having a good time, continue what you're doing and I'll just watch, or like I'll like, you know, steer the boat and
Push her
I'll
head down.
tell them what I want them to do to each other. Or if I'm like fucking tired because he's taking forever, like I'm like, nah girl, you can go to town and finish this job, because girl, and because like, you know, they don't necessarily like come together ever, so if that's what it's gonna be. So etiquette, I would just say make it an enjoyable experience and that everyone feels like included. And I also am very like vocal. So I'm always like, is there anything that you would like to do? Or like, you know, is it okay if, like, I'll like really vocalize, like, are you having a good time? Is this good? Does this feel good?
Are you enjoying yourself?
Yeah, so that everyone feels good in.
She needs to be vocal too. One time this girl wasn't saying nothing, and I'm just stroking. I'm like, "Are you?"
And she had said she already came, and I'm like,
We
you didn't even breathe different.
Right.
Like, it was.
You're just gonna let me keep doing this? Like, I'm
Right.
trying to hold nut back.
I was doing it too, and I'm like, my fucking face hurts. Like, yeah, if you're super boring. And she was like one of the prettiest girls we've ever been with too. I'm like, damn, some pretty girls just really are fucking boring. But best friend, no. We have had a friend of mine, and like from jump, I was like, I don't know if this is a good idea, because I don't want it to like ruin the friendship. But I think because we talked about that, and even though it didn't work out, we're still cool. But I wouldn't go down that path again, like friend path. And I would say the woman bringing in the person, just because there are like more preferences. Like a guy could.
What?
Is she pretty, and does she like me enough to be around me and like be around us? Like that's it. Like guys don't really have that much of a preference, but like me, especially if like I'm gonna get off, like we're gonna have a good time, there are preferences. So I would say the woman.
She ain't brought no girls into this.
Shut the fuck up. Yes,
My
I
man.
have. Yes, I have.
Anyway,
I believe you.
Yes, the fuck I have.
I don't.
Whatever.
well,
Clean test and pay
Oh,
attention
sorry.
to requests.
Before you go, is it protected? Like,
The first time, of course, you don't want to do it.
condom threesomes are wild. I'm not doing that.
You gotta like suck a balloon dick.
Yeah, that's wild. And then if it's like I'm taking it off for my girl and I'm putting it on for her.
Yeah,
It's
no, that's
like,
way
bro,
too
you
many
gotta
condoms.
do, like fucking.
I
8
think that we
condoms.
talk about that before. Like I'm
I
like,
think
when
that's
was
kinda
last
where
time?
that goes, the clean test.
Yeah, I typically ask the woman like, have you been tested recently? And I get tested, or like will get tested. So it's like, there's always running a risk with any.
there's always
type
gonna be a
of-
runaways, because even if they had paper that showed that they got tested yesterday, it doesn't mean that they didn't fuck somebody today. And you know,
Yeah.
like,
So,
it is what it is.
Worry more about pregnancy. Shit.
Yeah, right.
and I feel like we vet people pretty well, where it's not just like a fucking dirty rat.
Yeah, I mean, gotten this far.
Praise to the Most High.
What's
Did you both
what?
6 years
answer this
clean.
question already?
He
He
hasn't.
did. I didn't. What is threesome etiquette? Well, basically for me, I'm like,
One of them said they was gonna tuck my dick from the back. I ain't never had that ever happen to me.
But that's like,
I'm trying to see what that be like right there. Look, be that.
okay, so
it's
randomly,
pretty much the etiquette.
I'm so curious to know how that works.
What?
Sucking dick from the back.
Oh, I don't know. I've
I'm
never
just-
had that.
Did you, like, did you just
never
like
had
lay
it
on
like
the?
that.
I'm just wondering. Just like lay down and like.
I don't know. I don't know if
Do
I
you
want to
sit
get
on
my.
top
I
of
don't.
me?
I don't know if I want to get my dick sucked on all fours. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, all fours is wild.
Yeah,
That's
that's
just-
Or one leg up like Captain Morgan. Either one is wild. That's a wild position to be in as a man.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
Exposed.
could you fucking imagine?
Yeah. Yeah, from the back is crazy.
Would she like lay underneath you?
out.
Like I said, on all fours, nah, I'm cool.
You're like, I don't care how
On
good
the
it
bed,
feels.
she's hanging off the bed. I don't know. Anyway, the etiquette is hard to abide by because, again, I will let you know that every man in that situation is going to be more excited about the new girl because there's no pussy better than new pussy. And since he hasn't hit that yet,
Did he just
that's
go,
where.
Did you just go?
No, I had something in my throat. Hey, yo.
So it's just more of a. See, the thing is women can have sex whenever they want it. All they need to do is offer it. Men have to earn sex and work for it. So when another woman is willing to give herself to you and your girl, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm trying to see what that feels like. I already know what she feels like. We know how to get our job done. You know what I'm saying? So we've got a routine. You're new here. And I want you to come back. So I need to show off. You know what I'm saying? So that's my mindset on the etiquette. But everybody should be involved. I personally want them to get involved first with each other. I'll sit back and mind my own business until they're ready to invite me over. You know what I mean? Because if they don't like each other like that, then, then it's just for me. And
That causes problems.
it's not that it causes problems. I'm just not selfish. And
See, yeah, that's how you spell etiquette. Etiquette evolves with experience. Yeah.
our friends off limits, I personally don't care. That's up to her. I'm very hard to offend or make angry. So if the only thing that's gonna mess that up is if they start acting weird, like that's on them. And then who should find the girl? I do think the woman should find the girl because they need the connection because they need to feel comfortable with each other so the woman who's with the man doesn't feel threatened by the woman at all, right? That would be ideal. However, in our situation, I'm way more vocal about it. I'm way more pushy about it. I'm way more that's just what I do on my free time with my phone is look for other women. Like that's just I'm more active. I'm more active on it. But for something to last, they need a relationship first. Because again, I don't need the same things. I don't need the mental stimulation. I don't need any of that. I need you to be nice to me. I need you to be pretty. I need you to be submissive. I don't need anything else from you. So as long as they get along, then we're going to be good. Oh, and you have to have a sense of humor. Or you can't be offended easily because I'm extremely inappropriate. That'd be my tidbits.
Can I ask you guys a one-off question?
Nope.
Yes, I can.
Go ahead.
So, what's the weirdest thing that you guys have experienced besides the girl who made that really weird?
That's
who
the
made
weird. That's the weirdest
But
one.
I need to know more.
Besides what?
The girl who
Besides
made
the
that
girl
weird
made-
sound.
Oh man.
I knew that was gonna.
She said besides that, she's already heard that story. That was
I'm
wild.
very curious. I think about that story frequently, and I just start laughing.
I literally looked at him like I could not hold.
Well, yeah,
my
I never
face.
heard
It
the
was
story,
so
but
bad.
could you imitate the sound?
Let me see if I
What
got a sound
I don't
effect.
even remember her name. I try to forget her.
It was so loud. It was like a it was that's
She
how
like
she came.
warned us that
Yeah.
she's like, I'm a squirter, and I also when I come really loud. So I'm like, okay.
Right?
No, it was like
Like bloody murder.
Yeah.
It sounded like she was
And-
sounds like she was in pain. Like you
And
ever
it was a long
here's
time.
a perfect example of what that
Yelling.
sounded. You hoop?
Yeah.
You ever seen anybody tear their ACL or
Yeah.
yes? That scream is what she gave us, bro.
it was a good. It was a solid 6-second scream.
Yeah.
Solid. And so
I
as
have
she's
children.
doing it,
Be quiet.
6
I'm
seconds
looking
is
at
a
him
long
like-
time.
and I thought it just wasn't gonna end. Like it was so long.
Whoever you are,
And
if
she
you're
brought
watching
her
this, I am laughing at you.
She brought her
Jesus.
own toy.
She did bring her own toy. She knew what she was doing. She knew what she came here for. That was funny.
She was down for the cause.
Other weird stuff,
That's why I don't mess with white girls.
which is also a shame because those are the ones who want to do this.
Yeah, right.
But what else? I'm trying to think of something weird.
Like any crazy, like obsessive people afterwards or anything like
No.
that? That's good.
No.
I'm trying to think of.
Because that's
Oh,
my
weird.
the last time I was like I dated a couple, the girl got really toxically obsessed with me, and it was like really creepy. It was like this shouldn't be. If anybody should be obsessed, it should be him because he can feel what I feel like on the inside. You being obsessed with me is a little unhinged. Like writing messages like I can't stop thinking about you. Like
Maybe she liked you.
she did a lot, a little too much.
No, I can't think of anything else weird.
I know, right? What else?
Another thing on etiquette for dudes. Don't
Sleeping in the
block.
bed is really difficult. There was one time where we like all tried to go to sleep and we just couldn't. It was up to
Yo.
like 4 a.m.
Just staring at
tossing
the
and turning.
ceiling?
Yeah, just all of us. Like we tried. We just couldn't go to sleep. And we've got a big ass bed. There's a lot of room. Like it was like hot.
Yeah, it
Everything.
was like, and I could hear like a pin drop. I think it's because
we were high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't smoke ever. I think we've smoked 2 times together in the past 6 years. And like the first time was
Amazing.
amazing. Like the orgasm was insane. Like I thought we were going to be tired. I was like, I feel like my body is like amazing. But the second time was like that paranoid, like, and we like, it was done, but I was like, why am I not tired? We can't sleep.
was
I can
hot.
hear everything in this room. Like,
That's called sativa.
but it was the same,
Yeah, it was the
same thing that we smoked that one time.
Interesting.
It was fucking insane. But yeah, that was, it's always kind of hard to go to sleep after. That's why I'm like, so what are you about to do right now? Like, I don't really want to like sleep in the bed with you until like I'm like for sure.
We didn't have that problem with Shorty though. She slept in the bed, slept fine.
Who stayed here?
She's like,
I didn't have any fucking problems going to sleep.
Yeah.
Neither did she. She was fucking asleep when I woke up. Both y'all were. Anyway, we've got a mega bed.
What's a mega bed?
It's 2 kings pushed together. 2 California kings pushed
Yeah.
together.
Cameron's
Trying to
asleep
see
on
what
one of
that's
them.
Bro, that's like
I
an
know, right?
acre.
We have 4 kids and us, and
the-
there's like still.
The master is from this wall to that wall. Like,
Oh, from or
Yeah.
yeah.
2 kings pushed.
And most of it's
together.
bed. You have more bedroom, you have less bedroom.
If he is snoring, I just sleep on my bed, and he sleeps on his bed, like at the edges.
Yeah, she'll be on the complete other side of the room.
There's nothing else weird that's happened.
Yeah, no, I can't think of anything weird anyway. I mean, yeah, no, nothing weird.
Hopefully you'll have some more.
Only
stories
things
for me
that
next
have
time.
happened is this one catching an attitude.
Like I said, there were times at the beginning where I was, like, why are you giving her more attention? And I'm not the type to look. The women who like hide stuff and they like, we'll address this later. Like, y'all have more emotional intelligence than me because whatever the fuck I'm feeling, I'm gonna fucking
You
talk
did
about
it?
it like right
You
there,
talked
right
it?
then. Hell fucking
What?
yeah.
In the act?
It was not in the act.
But it
Oh,
was,
I was
while
about
she
to
was
say.
still there.
Yeah, because she was staying with us.
Oh.
So if I feel some type of way, I address my feelings.
How
But like
long-
I said, it's evolved, and now I'm like, psh.
At
Jessica.
what point does someone evolve into like moving in with you guys? Because with the kids in the house, like that just.
Well, that typically,
To be perfectly honest, my answer to that is extremely simple. If she wants to be here and we like her and they get along, you can move in right away.
yeah. But if you are selfish and like don't,
That's what I'm saying. Like if you get along with her and you help out and, if you bring value
yeah,
and the value is making lives easier because our life is easier.
what a
Bacon.
girl brought her dog to watch.
Whoa.
No.
That was a no.
Hold on.
Absolutely
The
not.
fact that I'm finding out about this on the podcast is a conversation for later.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's your friend?
Yes.
Oh my god.
That's one of my best friends.
There's been times where like the girl was not tasteful and
Oh yeah, that's bad.
or like didn't smell the best or like threw off my pH, and that was not a fun time. Or where he's like, yeah, go down on her, and I'm like, don't tell me to do that because
I don't want to go down there.
yeah. And so that's why I'm like, I'll just be the one who conducts things.
I'm just worried about snoring around somebody. Like,
Oh yeah, Troy snores.
Only when I drink, or I'm really, really, really tired.
No, you snore.
a guy
regardless.
snoring is
Irregardless.
more acceptable
Don't
than
fucking say that. All right. The only other question I've got is why is everyone dwelling on who brings what to the table when they should be building the table together? You guys want to go over that one? Yeah, let's end off with that one. Give some advice to the watchers, the viewers. Who went first last time? You or her?
She went first the last 2 times, I'm going to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Well,
go
then
first.
you're gonna go first.
How about he goes first?
Nah, you went first on the
Oh, the
threesome
etiquette
one, yeah, 'cause
you
you-
wanted
Yeah.
time to think about it.
Yeah, so he can go first, so she can go first.
All right, fuck it. You can go first,
To
man.
be honest, I never experienced that, so I was just gonna check out.
The
I was
table
gonna
thing.
disassociate.
Yeah, I never went through that, so I really.
It's like it's the thing that they're talking about in dating and relationship now is men are always asking women what they bring to the table. Women's typical response is "I am the table," and yeah, like that's the dating game today.
Basically, what I am the table. Yo, what? Because it's like, what do you bring into the table if you are the table?
No, that's just their response. I'm saying like people dwell on what the other person is bringing to the table, and the question ends with when they should be building the table together.
Yeah, I've never had a girl like really have a problem with like who's bringing what to the table. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as what I bring financially and what she brought in financially, we never argued. I never had an argument about finances. That's why I was respectfully gonna bow out of this
What about any other,
conversation.
besides finances, like what are other things that, like, I'm trying to think of something.
I bring charm to the
I
table.
bring
I bring
dick.
I'm pretty like I'm
Dick and
pretty,
money.
and
Dick,
that's
money.
all I need. I'm pretty and I have
Humor.
a vagina.
Conversation, humor, yeah. Bring a few things to the table. Shit, she don't really got to bring too much to the table. Shit. But yeah, that's all I got. Yo, this is a bad topic for me.
What do you think? Do you think people should worry about who's bringing what to the table or build it together? Be honest.
No, I think that from jump, people should have enough resources to build together. Like it doesn't have to be completely built, but from jump, I am a person that's like, I'm like when people are like, oh, I had no idea they had no job. I had no idea they were living with their baby mama. Bitch, I ask 1,000 billion questions before anything goes anywhere. So, I'm like, do you have a car? Do you have a place to live? Do you make money somewhere? Like, do you have any hobbies? Like, so I'm like, are you resourceful? Because if you don't have the resources, then become resourceful. Are you at least resourceful where you know how to get by yourself? Or are you getting into this relationship because you don't know how to be alone? So I would say, yes, build together, and both of you can have different ingredients to build, because it should be like, this person brings these type of ingredients and these type of ingredients, and then you guys are baking something together. Not like I have a fully put together cake, like these women or these men who are like, well, I have the house and I have the job, and anything that you bring to the table, I can bring to the table. And it's like, okay, so this is two people competing against each other, because who's going to give up their house and who's going to give up the career? Like, you guys are just going to work 60 hours a week each and then like go out for drinks once a week and then binge on the weekend. I don't get how the fuck that's gonna work, but good luck. So I would say they just have to bring themselves to the table and know that you're getting in a relationship with someone, not just someone who's going to kiss your ass because you have a table built already. So I would say build together and already have like some shit in the works. Because if you have nothing or if you have all of it, it's going to be hard to want a relationship with someone. Like, it seems like you're already so absorbed in your own life that, okay, you are the table, then why the fuck are you dating?
What do you need me for?
What the fuck are, like, what are you here for? For someone to like your pictures?
I have sprinkles.
Hey, she's a winner. Like, no, real shit. Because if you are looking for that man who already has the cake, bring some frosting and sprinkles. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But, like, know what it is.
That's what I was going to say. I think the first thing that needs to be discussed is what kind of table are we building?
Yeah.
And then both of us being on the same page and working together to make sure that table is built and is sustainable and all the legs stay on.
See, that sounds good, but the problem that we're having in dating today is the things that women want from a man and what they're not willing to bring. The thing is women are running around here today talking about, I don't need a man, I want one. Well, if you don't need one, then stop looking or date women. You know what I mean? Because you need a job, that's why you have one. You need money, that's why you go get it. You need food, that's why you do things to procure it. If you don't need a man, stop looking for one. Get off the dating apps. Stop receiving attention. You don't need him, right?
Yeah, it's
There's not a
definitely weird.
man walking around here as a badge of honor that he don't got no woman. You know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
need no woman.
We don't walk
Like,
around
bro, you
saying
like
that goofy ass shit. Like, there might be bachelors who say, you know what I mean, like, who are playing the field because they can, and they're young, successful, and not ready to settle down. But there's no man who's all the single niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not. That's not a badge of honor for men. It should, especially because, like I said, success is rare. So since odds are you're not gonna get that man that you just designed in your head. Yes, they should be building the table together. You know what I mean? I like you, you like me. We have a good time together. We have fun together. You make me laugh, I make you laugh. We like a lot of the same TV shows. We like to go do some of the same things outside, explore, whatever the case may be. And I could see a future with you because I enjoy your company. So we should build this table together. However, if you have your own table, you get to call the shots. That's just the way it goes, point blank, period. If you're bringing more to the table and the table doesn't need anything else, then, do what you can for the table. Table's already built. Can you be a cloth? Can you be some placemats? Can you be some, you know what I mean? Like,
Dress it up and make it real. Huh?
exactly. You know what I mean? But that's what I would say. But yes, the problem with should is we have to go with how the world actually works. And most people are too damn selfish and self-centered and entitled to go into a new relationship without bringing their past shit with them.
Yeah.
And going into it open as a new experience and thinking about what can I give to this person. And they're just thinking about what they can get from that person. And it's a shame because dating shouldn't be this damn hard. The problem is the things that people want are going to be lied about. You know what I mean? Like, men are going to lie to you to get to get what they want from you. And yeah, it's just a revolving door of bad choices. It just is what it is.
I have a question that kind of goes back to one of our old questions. Kind of for the men, but I guess for everybody. What is something, like, if you see your partner is like checking out, what is something that you would do to kind of get that spark back?
Say that again?
If you notice that your partner or significant other is like kind of checked out of their relationship, what is something that you would do to like get the spark back?
Oh, for me personally, it depends on if I want that fucking spark back.
If you do, let's.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to think of a reason. If put it this way, I'm not going to move in a relationship any different than the way you met me. And if at some point in that relationship you don't like who I am anymore, then kick rocks. If you don't want to fuck with me no more, then don't fuck with me no more. If you make a mistake and I don't want to fuck with you no more, then I'm not going to fuck with you no more. Like that's part of the reason I believe men should strive for success, is so that if shit falls apart in your relationship, you're straight. You know what I'm saying? And because like that's the only way you can move through anything with confidence, right? Take that anywhere. It's not just in a relationship. If you build your own business, you don't have to worry about if you're going to lose your job because you built your own business. So even if some of your employees fall off, it's still on you to keep it afloat. And you've already built it and done it, so you can continue and go back to the basics, to the things that got you to where you were, right? So same thing in a relationship. If I wanted to keep it and keep my employees or whatever, maybe I'll go back to the basics and do all of that. But like, if you're just not rocking with the way that I move anymore, then kick rocks. But like,
Or like, what if they're having a hard time emotionally, like just where they're going through some shit, basically. Not that it's
that's a you problem. This is me talking. I have very low empathy and sympathy for people to have the arrogance to think that your problems are more important than others. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like the way I see it is majority of the bullshit that Americans bitch and complain about is a first world fucking privilege. You know what I'm saying? There's so many more people out there living worse than you and you're bitching. You know what I mean? It's bad. We're not dealing with Israel and Palestine.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like we ain't never heard a fucking bomb go off. And you're bitching because your boss is being mean to you? You know what I mean? Like, no. Like, and then at the same token, there's somebody right now who was dealt a worse hand than you who's winning. This motherfucker's out here with a missing limb, getting it. Somebody who parents passed when they were a child, grew up in a foster care, winning. And you still got your parents?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like... No, I don't. So if she's going through something, I'll do my best to give her space for it, but I'm not going to hold your hand, and if it takes too long, then you got to go, because I can't do that. That's the biggest thing, is as a man, we can't do that. If we just fall apart and you no longer feel safe and you no longer respect us, you're out. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's like I don't need to get that spark back. She needs to get that spark back. Yeah. You know why she needs to get that spark back? Because there's a lot of bitches waiting to have a spark of their own with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's one of the things that like trips me out, is like, if you do have, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything like that, but if you've got somebody that everybody else wants, please believe that there's people all around, ones you know, ones you don't know, that are just waiting for their opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's the same thing. I know plenty of men who are waiting for that dude to fuck up so he can slide in with her. You know what I mean? It works both ways. But, and I wouldn't expect anything different. If I fell apart and she, like, you don't have to try and get my spark back. Like, because I can't even think of as a man what she's going to do. She'd have to fuck up royally for my spark to go away. You know what I'm saying? And if my spark went away, that means I'm out.
Yes. Well, in my opinion, once a woman mentally checks out, it's basically done. There's nothing that you could do. Once you lose a woman's, basically like the spark. When you lose a spark, you're losing respect. You're losing like all trust, like the pillars that keep a relationship going. And once you lost that, there's nothing that you could really do to get it back. There's not any dates that you could take her on, or let's go on vacations and stuff like that. Like, when a woman's mentally checked out, she's checked out. And it's just
I don't
time
mean to cut you
on.
off, but it just, like what you were saying, like you're 100% right. And what it made me realize is that spark will come back for her once she gets back out in the field and realizes that there's a lot of motherfuckers out here that it's way worse for you out there in them streets. You know what I'm saying? Than what you had.
Worse.
I've had a lot of women come back around when they're just like, oh, this ain't it. This shit ain't it. I had it, and maybe I should have put up with your bullshit.
That's a
You know
fact.
what I'm saying?
And 9 times out of 10, by the time that shit
I'm
happens,
done.
it's too late.
Yeah, I'm already past it.
Yeah. If you got options. If you just some nigga that don't got options.
No,
like,
but that's what I'm
take
saying. Like, it
back.
doesn't happen like that for most men. But that's the thing. Is like, again, quality men are not abundant. Beauty is abundant. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's a cold game out there. It's a cold game.
What about you, Jess? Since you date women as well.
Yeah, emotionally, like if you're emotionally checked out of the relationship, I feel like if the man is checked out, it takes a lot for him to get there. So, I don't know.
I mean, she messed up.
Yeah,
Because men don't leave relationships.
yeah.
No, we don't.
So you really had to fuck up for
But
him
I guess
to sit there and say
I
he's
was
done.
more so thinking the question was like, what if the other one is having like some personal issues where they're like going through something. There's just like if you get married and there's vows where it's like for better or for worse, and then someone has like a really rough 6 months of like depression, and like you said, like men typically can't act the way women do when they're depressed, where it's like they have the support, the attention, the I'm here for you, take all the time you need, take the mental health day, you know, things like that. But like sparking a relationship back, I feel like once someone's emotionally checked out, there's really not much that you can do. And like you think the grass is greener on the other side, but the emotionally checked outness is like you only seeing the moment and not seeing the like bigger picture of like, this is temporary, I need to hold it together. Like, but if you allow yourself to mentally check out, like, or emotionally check out in a relationship, yeah, it's usually the man checks out because he's, like you say, the woman is insufferable or she cheated. And then if a woman checks out, women check out for so many reasons, but
Women check out for icks.
yeah,
Women will check out if nigga, if you fall in front of your girl, she might check out.
yeah.
And Ms.
As
Bacon
soon
has
as a
good
woman
point.
mentally checks out, so does her femininity with you. Yeah, that's when they become a whore. And they will go seek attention elsewhere. And yeah, I mean, I've seen it where women are like, just clients of mine. It's like you're mentally checked out. You don't respect your man. You're out here. And you think the man that's in your DMs is like, well, he really wants to spend time with me. I'm like, he wants to fuck you. And because you're emotionally vulnerable right now and you ain't seeing clearly, when emotions are high, logic is low. You got a man at home who's putting in work, but because this man is sending you cute things or like money for flowers or money for coffee, that he's going to be something different. So yeah, once a woman's emotionally checked out, I feel like the relationship is compromised because her brain is scrambled eggs.
Does that mean that
that was
marriage
a great way of
counseling
putting
doesn't
it.
work at all
Bars.
then?
Huh?
Does that mean that marriage counseling is kind of like useless? Because once you get to that point,
If you got to get someone else involved in your relationship, I don't know. I've never been a fan of it. I'm like, y'all can't work it out. So like, first of all, you got with someone who is incompatible communicatively, that you guys can't work stuff out on your own. And I know that sometimes there's like a third party to like hear someone out, or like if you're, you know, a guy talks to his boy, but usually boys don't talk about their fucking relationship problems. Girls can have a problem with anything, so it's almost like, why the fuck are you complaining about every single thing? But a marriage counseling, ugh, I don't know, man, because marriage is supposed to be for life. So, I mean, sure, the avenue could be taken.
I think marriage counseling would work if the mediator was just that, a mediator. You're right here, you're right there. You're wrong here, you're wrong there. Because, and somebody who's just completely out of it. Because when you start getting emotions like, well, because a lot of relationship counseling now, marriage counseling now has gone towards the same thing that therapy's on, which is, well, how does it make you feel when he says this? How does it make you feel? And you can't talk to a man about how he feels because we don't feel the same way. You know what I mean? It's that's not important to us. Men are logically and fact-based. What happened? What is the solution? You see what I'm saying? And that is the only way you're going to mediate any disagreement. So because you can't go into a courtroom and talk about, well, judge, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? So marriage counseling to me would work if the mediator was very simple. Okay, you tell me your side of the story, you tell me your side of the story, and I'm going to tell you which or whatever was okay and what's not okay. Do you think it's okay to do this? A, B, yay or nay? No, I don't. And do you think that it was right for her to do this, or do you think you were right for you to react this way to that? You know what I'm saying? Or just plain and simple, that's not how you handle shit. That is a very childish way to do things.
Yeah.
That's not how you do things. You shouldn't talk to people that way. You know what I mean? Because if nobody, at that point, if you get to that point with relationship counseling, then you do have to keep score, because neither party is going to back down when it comes to feelings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It
No,
has
yeah, having like a mediator or having like that type of person to step in, that means both people want it to work, but they can't see eye to eye in the moment because the emotions are so high.
And
so
the
yes,
only way you're
someone
going to be able to
speak
see eye
logic
to eye is if you
into the
point out
situation.
who's wrong. And because and then you also have to weigh out the pros and cons. Okay, this is what went wrong. What's going good? Which one outweighs the other?
Yeah.
Then leave that shit alone, because it's not important in the grand scheme of things. And most people look at it that way, like you only see the problem. You're not even focused on all the good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, marriage counseling is actually for before problems. Yeah, I mean, I know that people have like the marriage counseling, like they'll have like the church, like before you actually get married, so that you know like what to do when there's conflict, or like where it's preventative versus like after the fact, like where it's like a Hail Mary, like, well, should we go to counseling? It's like, I don't know if that is the solution after everything we've been through. But yeah, I don't know. That's tough. Especially because marriage is supposed to be like till death do you part, or like if there are vows of...
Well, I just found that one out.
What?
I didn't know vows were man-made. It's not in the Bible, like all of that. I just found that out. I didn't. But if you are going to make those vows, those man-made vows before God, and you are doing a religious marriage, I do think you should hold up to them. I don't believe in legal marriage at all, because these women don't want 50-50 at all when it comes to dates and all that other stuff until it's time to divorce. Now I want half. You know what I'm saying?
Bars.
You know what I mean?
That was bars.
So I don't believe in legal marriage at all. And I just saw some shit today that, I'm like, I'm not getting married. In Georgia, if you're married, that husband is responsible for that child, no matter who put it in there.
Interestingly enough, also in Georgia, if a man has more than 10 kids, he's not responsible for any of them. So Georgia got their things a lot of whack.
Well, I can go for that. But and to be perfectly honest, you won. If you got 10 women to give you children, then they're making poor choices, or you've got a hell of a reputation.
Guilty. My baby daddy died.
You got a hell of a reputation.
Damn.
If a woman's still trying to fuck you and she knows you got 7,
Yeah, that's crazy. You
know
gotta
what I
have
mean?
hella game to get that shit over.
Damn.
but
My grandma had like 45 kids, so
What?
yeah.
well,
Like biological?
that was another episode of Make It Make Sense, and hopefully we made it make sense to you guys, because yeah, the podcast is fun. Come
Yeah,
join
thanks for
us.
having me, bro. I had a
Like,
great
comment,
time.
share, subscribe. Come join us. Come sit in here. There's enough chairs. There's enough microphones. We can get it popping, and you can have some fun with us too. But anything else before we get out of here?
Did you guys learn anything today?
Oh yeah,
Favorite part of the
favorite part of the show. Go.
My favorite part is when you said that there's people waiting for me to fuck up so that they could be with you. I'm just kidding.
That was my favorite part of the podcast. Right there.
Well, they can wait forever because I'm never gonna fuck up. My favorite part was when we laughed about the girl who yelled.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, it would have been funnier if you actually heard the.
I wish we would have had like the recording in the house of it. Like I wish the things were on.
Right.
Cause bro, my face, we looked at each other. Cause she was in another world. Like she wasn't even looking at us, and I was
Was she at
like,
least like really pretty?
no.
Oh jeez.
She's all right.
She was white, so
That has
She's
nothing to do with
average.
it. She
It
likes
does-
white. There's a lot of white girls that we find attractive, that I find attractive, and I know she finds attractive.
She
She
made
needs
it
to-
very clear
Stop
that her
it.
preference.
she was
is-
very
It
white.
is. Her preference is brown, but
And bigger than skinny.
bigger than skin.
I don't
Is
know.
that like slim thick?
No, she was like slim.
Oh.
Slim Jimmy.
like Twig.
Yeah, she was like this microphone stand.
No. She wasn't terrible. She just was a lot.
What was your favorite part of the podcast?
It was honestly their back and forth with the threesome etiquette, because everything leading up to it and just knowing how their relationship gets down, it was funny to hear like the back and forth, the banter between you two, and hearing it from both perspectives. That was
I like
fucking
how
hilarious to me.
they're always like on a similar page, and it's like yeah, and then it's like agreeing with each other. It's fun to watch.
It's
that.
just men.
I also like how you stand on business. How you're like, if you don't like me, then fuck it, or like I'm gonna be me from, and just I don't know, just leading that example of like you should stand on business from jump and be real, and then if someone wants to leave, it's like well you're still standing on business of who you are.
I mean, I don't even want to say unfortunately. That's just the way I've always been. Like,
But that's not how everybody is.
no, I get that, and that's why I don't have a lot of friends. Like, I'm gonna be me. If you don't like me, then don't like me. That's fine. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but you're not affecting anything I got going on. I'm always gonna be kind. I'll tell you that. I'm gonna be kind and I'm gonna be respectful until
You're gonna be
respect is
kind
taken away.
until someone's not kind to you.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I'm gonna be kind and respectful until that is taken away. Until you take that away from our situation. But and I'm always gonna do more for others than I ask in return.
Yeah.
Which is why I stand so hard on business, because I'm never going to ask nor expect me from other people. So since I don't do that, like, if you don't like me, then fuck you. You know what I mean? Because I know I didn't do anything wrong here, right? Did you already say what you liked?
I did not.
Go for it.
I kind of did actually. Like just the
You
whole the interaction between you two has been very interesting to watch.
Between me and him?
No,
Oh.
the two of you guys.
Oh. All right. My favorite part was how vocal you were today, because a lot of times you're just sitting back on your phone and checked out. So I like that you talked a lot today.
Yeah. I needed a break. We had a break from the podcast, so I'm here to
This
tell you to get
motherfucker
your shit
don't
together.
miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
All right. Oh, shit. Well, we're out of here, guys. We will see you next week. Let's get it.
Love, peace, and chicken grease.
That was fun.
Like, subscribe, share, comment, follow. Let me put them Instagrams and shit back up there. Get all of it. That's the channel. That's the dude who made the beat. That's the Instagram for the show and my Instagram, Jessica's Instagram. We out of here.